What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your channel, Art Cook and Life as Juliana, and I'm here with another requested recipe: how to prepare Irish moss for weight loss, facial treatment, and so much more. Now, if you're here watching me doing this thing for the first time, make sure you subscribe and then turn on the post notification settings. Why? So you will always be reminded whenever your girl upload a brand new video. So now let's get right into the recipe.
In my eyes, you're a star girl. Hey, she fit me, and she give me love plenty. Yeah, she authentic. This are the real thing, this are the plastic.
Let's talk about it. SeaMoss, also known as Irish moss. This is an immune booster that can help with everything from digestion to emotional health. SeaMoss is not something that you'll find in a typical American diet, but if you're a Jamaican or of Irish descent, there is a chance you at least heard of it. SeaMoss, Irish moss, is also good for losing weight, for people who has conditions with eczema, skin problems, and so much more. Now, this Irish moss seaweed that I'm using here today is the Ocherius brand, and this pack is a 1.5 ounce pack. Um, it is pretty good. I've used it several times and it works pretty good. Now, let's get into our isinglass. Now, isinglass, if you're a vegan, you might want to stop right here, as isinglass is made from fish. Okay, now if you're a vegan and if you drink wine or alcohol, know that isinglass is one of the main ingredients that you will find in making beer and rum, wine, any liquor. There's always isinglass included in that. Now, isinglass health benefits: makes your body vigorous and very strong, and it's good for male, especially when they have impotent problems. Okay, so when you add it as a combination to the Irish moss, it works miracle. Now, you want to make sure though, when you get ready to prepare your Irish moss, you want to make sure that you wash it properly, because it's been sitting for a long time. It has a lot of salt, that sea salt that you'll find on the Irish moss. So you want to make sure you give it a good rinse it in cold water only, and make sure that you get most all of that all of the salt out. And now this is how I do it. Now, in my container, I go ahead and I add the Irish moss to the container just like this. Then I turn my running water on, cold water only. Do not put it into warm water or hot water. Give it a good rinse like you would be washing your clothes. You want to make sure that you remove all the sand and salt from your Irish moss. Okay, give it a really good rinse, because you'll find a whole lot of salt coming off of it the more you rinse it. But don't stop rinsing until you in fact get a nice clear water and there is nothing in the bottom sitting of your container. Now, after you get done doing all of that, go ahead and you drain that off. Now, back with your cold water, you're gonna go back in and you're going to fill it up, right? With water. Now, I think I added maybe about 7 to 8 cups of water to the Irish moss. Now we are going to allow it to sit and rest for 24 hours. You have to let it rest. The Irish moss is going to expand for that 24 hours process. Now, We are going to add the isinglass, and remember, if you are a vegan, you want to skip that step. If you're a non-vegan, go ahead and do this. This is going to give you an extra boost when you add the isinglass to it. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and cover it up in a nice warm place in my kitchen for 24 hours. 24 hours later, you go in and it's all ready. Now, if you notice how the Irish moss has expanded, the isinglass also has clinged and expanded as well as the isinglass together, and it's perfect. And that liquid that's been sitting in that container for 24 hours, you do not dispose of that liquid. That liquid has tons of health benefits to it from your isinglass and from your Irish moss. So we are going to be blending with that particular liquid only. Do not add any other water to your blender. Okay, so I'm moving right along. I'm going to go in here and add the Irish moss to the blender. And remember, we only use 2 packs of the Ochereus Irish moss and 1 pack of the isinglass. So we'll add all of that into the blender. And again, if you are a vegan, do not use the isinglass because it is made from fish. Okay, so we go ahead and we blend that out, and I'm blending this for at least 2 minutes because I want it to become nice and smooth. Now, after 2 minutes, this is what it looks like. Nice and smooth and creamy. Very, very creamy. Perfect. The texture is just right. Perfect. Nice and ready to go. But however, it could come thicker than it is in the bottle right here. So what I usually do is go ahead and close it and sit it in my refrigerator for 24 hours. Let's put it in the refrigerator and just let it sit and chill for a while. Okay, now I never really use my Irish mush right away. I always put it away, whether I'm boiling it or I'm doing it this way. I always put it in my refrigerator and just let it sit and chill. And I'm going to insert that link below to show you how to do it on stove top as well. Now, after that 24 hours, next day, this is what the Irish moss looks like. You can see how that come together nicely. Perfect. That is just perfect. Now, when it's like this, that's when you could use it for your facial mask along with other ingredients to give your skin the most perfect glow. And for people who are suffering from eczema, this is what you want to use on those particular area of your skin to give your skin a nice, beautiful, clear color. Now, I am going to also show you how to make a nice, flavorful, tasteful shake. Remember, you could add any fruits to your Irish moss. It's going to be delicious either way. Either way. Now, all I did here was get 1 cup of the Irish moss, and that is the one that I did not put into the refrigerator. I just added a little bit of nutmeg to it and cinnamon powder, just a tad bit. There wasn't no any measurements, and I added some vanilla for added flavor. And if you're vegan, you could use your almond milk, cashew milk, any kind of a milk that you need. Or it's even excellent if you just sweeten with honey. It's gorge. Now I'm going to go in with sweetened condensed milk. That is totally optional. That is my choice. Added the sweetened condensed milk to it, and you could go ahead and add fruits here. If you want to add fruits, go ahead and add anything you want to add to it. Give it a nice little blend. The longer you blend it, the thicker and the richer it's going to be, and that is a really good healthy glass of Irish moss right there. Good for the husband, to make him healthy and strong. Now, if you like, you could also add your flax seed to it, whether you want to use male flax seed or whole flax seed, or it tastes great when you add your moringa drink to it, the powder, add it to your Irish moss. It is delicious, and it's going to give your body a bigger boost of energy, especially if you have to go to the gym and you need an extra boost, especially if you're having problems sleeping all the time and you don't have that energy. That is the way to go. Perfect. Irish moss is used for so many things. Just go ahead and get it going. Now, hope you enjoyed it. Hope I gave you some helpful tips. Give me a thumbs up, share it with friends and family, spread the love. Tell them what's going on over here, and I will see you in the next one, right? But remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.